So today I want to talk about voting your consciousness. When we vote, we're told to vote our conscience. Yes, do you know that you vote your conscience? Well, I beg to differ. See, conscience versus consciousness. Conscience is that part of our personality that guides us to determine between right and wrong in behavior. Freud equates it with guilt. So you are feeling guilty when you do something, and vice versa, good when you do something kind. Guilt when you do something unkind or bad, quote unquote, and good when you do something kind. Thus, conscience is something that shows up after the fact. After the fact. When we vote our consciousness, we vote from something we are now. A personality we are now. It is said that God's will looks like this. Some anthropomorphic idea of an outside power, as you can see in this picture. An outside power that is guiding, choosing, and leading us from the outside. Like that. See that? See how that works? I'm not commenting on the beauty of that painting or anything like that. It's that anthropomorphic idea of an outside power that, occasionally touches us. It's kind of a Santa Claus type figure, doling out the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. Now, in truth, this power resides within us. It is an energy that radiates like this next picture. It is an energy of inspiration. It is an energy of pure potentiality, an energy of the divine love, the energy of the Big Bang working through us, evolving from us, the energy of infinite wisdom. In fact, now, in truth, God's will, if you want to call it that, is to say yes to each and every one of our choices, whatever choice we make, because we have the divine authority, because we are revealing that divinity. We have the divine authority to choose how to think, how to act, how to be, to choose the energy we want to exude and the energy we want to attract into our lives, and to choose to do that through wisdom and compassion. Spirit is so giving of itself to itself, which is you and me, that it accepts the choices we as incarnate beings of its divinity choose to have. Now, does it not benefit us, each and every one of us, to always choose from a place of consciousness versus conscience, consciousness, and character? Of compassion, of self-care, of integrity, of goodness? Gary Zukov says that choice is the engine of evolution. The power of choice is the greatest gift you have been given, second only to the gift of life itself. See, consciousness is a choice. Consciousness is a choice in that our awakening and living as our authentic selves is a choice. Consciousness is always there, but our use of it, our decision and choice, our volition to adapt it as we choose to experience life is there right now. It's a divine appointment. It's a choice that we can either use unconsciously and be beholden to conscience, or consciously and be intentional and full of purpose, ethics, values, from the very start. In the book, The Power of Decision, Raymond Charles Barker wrote, "An intelligence abides in you and awaits your call upon it. You may say you do not know what to do, but at the center of your mind is the clear decision that you should make. It is right there. And not just in your mind, but in your heart, and not just in your mind and your heart, but in your gut, in this, what I call the divine matrix." There's a story that comes from the Jataka tales of India. And one says there was once a teacher who lived with a great number of students in a rundown old school. And the students supported themselves by begging for food in the bustling streets of a nearby town. And some of the students grumbled about their humbled living conditions. In response, the old master said one day, "We must repair the walls of this temple. Since we occupy ourselves with study and meditation, there is no time to earn the money we will need. So I have thought of a simple solution," he says. All the students eagerly gathered closer to hear the words of their teacher. And the master said, "Each of you must go into the town and steal goods that can be sold for money. In this way, we will be able to do the good work of repairing our temple." Now, the students were very startled at the suggestion from their wise master, but since they respected him greatly, they assumed that he must have good judgment and did not protest. And the wise master said sternly, "In order to not defile our excellent reputation by committing illegal and immoral acts, please be certain to steal when no one is looking. I do not want anyone to be caught." When the teacher walked away, the students discussed the plan amongst themselves. "It is wrong to steal," said one. "Why has our master asked us to do this?" And another retorted, "It will allow us to build our temple, which is a good result." They all agreed that the teacher was wise and just and must have a sensible reason for making such an unusual request. So they set out eagerly for the town, promising each other that they would not disgrace their school by getting caught. "Be careful," they called to one another. "Don't let anyone see you stealing." All the students, except for one young boy, set forth. And soon the wise master approached this young boy and asked, "Why do you stay behind?" And the boy responded, "I cannot follow your instructions to steal where no one will see me. Wherever I go, God is watching me, and I am always there watching myself too. My own eyes will see me steal. The eyes which God sees me, the eyes which I see God, they're the same." The wise master tearfully embraced the boy. "I was just testing the integrity of my students," he said. "You are the only one who has passed the test. Thank you, my son. Thank you." That boy, that young boy, went on to become a great teacher himself. To make choices that engage both the wisdom of the divine and the compassion, the divine love, the radical forgiveness of God. To do that, to make those kind of choices, we must cultivate these qualities, each and every one of us, within ourselves, and then express them habitually and intentionally from consciousness, not from a conscience, but from consciousness. Because that is our choice to be. That is the inevitable result of where our consciousness is. Our goal here is to bring forth what is already within us, to awaken our true power of love, wisdom, and joy by focusing our minds on wise and compassionate choices. Emanuel Swedenborg said the human mind is a vessel for receiving divine inflow, yet what is divine does not flow beyond our smoothing of the way or our opening of the door. The human mind, beyond the brain, is the vessel for receiving this divine inflow. It's there. If we don't open up to it, if we don't allow this energy to flow through us, it doesn't. It's available. It's there. So let us say yes to choice and commit over and over and over and over again to choosing a consciousness of our best self. Choose fairness, respect, kindness, wisdom, joy, compassion, generosity, integrity, loyalty, sincerity, peacefulness, patience, courage, boldness, trustworthiness, responsibility, and especially right now, citizenship. And when you vote, whether you do it by a ballot on an election or in any decision you are making, vote for and with character. Vote with consciousness. Your character, my character, our character. And for and with the character of this nation. Namaste.